Corner Boxing. We're in the game.
We're in the game indeed, fight fans. It's Red Corner Boxing. My name's Mr. Neutral, and it's another episode of Mr. Neutral Meets. And I'm delighted tonight to be joined by the one and only Elliot, the Enigma, Eboigbe. How are you, sir?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm very well indeed, mate. It's an absolute honour and pleasure for you to join us. But before we get into a chat with you, Elliot, I've got to announce this programme sponsored by EasyStories.com for all your local and nationwide needs. And of course, Boxing Fight Zone for all your boxing apparel and merchandise. Well, Mr. Elliot Enigma Eboigbe, you shocked the world there on the 13th of December. The boxing world, I should say, of your first round knockout of Chris Kongo, a world ranked contender at one point. You know, first and foremost, give us your thoughts. How has it been since? Has the phone been going ringing? Obviously, people like myself and other YouTube channels have been obviously wanting to talk to. So it must be a mad Christmas for you.
Well, after the fight, I had an interview with another boxing platform I've spoken on, earlier this year. The phone rang. There was a good offer, but I decided to just have that last fight for the year to make it 20. I really just wanted to have 20 fights by the end of the year, so I didn't feel the need to push for one more.
Yeah.
Because it's been a busy year, 13 fights. So I was like, okay, yeah, I deserve a rest. My team deserves a rest. So we're going to start again next year and let's see how it goes. I think, I don't think the phone is going to stop ringing. I think there's going to be some good offers coming our way. Yeah, I've been invited to do interviews like this, and it's good because obviously I come from the weight corner. I'm not a prospect by any means, but I like to put on a good show, and I just like to fight. I've not been in the game for long, but I'm loving it so far.
I mean, yes, of course, a well-on rest. It's a crazy resume in 13 months that you've, in the space of a year even. You've had 20 fights. And I've not seen that sort of activity since the days of Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson. That commendable to you to fill your year up with such activity, and to your team as well for getting this pro game fight structure that you've had since turning pro. But you've got an interesting story. You were born in Verona in Italy. You moved to Manchester. When was this?
2018.
2018. Your family
I
moved
didn't
to
live in
Manchester.
in Manchester. I was living down south, but I moved to Manchester. That was in 2020. No, 2019. Yeah, 2019.
So not many moons ago at all. Now let's start from the beginning. What got you into boxing, and how did you meet your coach?
So it's an interesting story because I never thought I'd be boxing amateur, and I never thought I'd be boxing pro. I always liked boxing, watching it, or you see the movies like Rocky and them. They always inspire you in some way, just as an athlete, not as a boxer, but just as an athlete in general. I've always been an athlete. I used to play football in academy for LS Verona in Italy. So during 2020, I was battling with an injury. I was trying to get myself, fit again, and at the time I was nearly 18 stone.
Good grief!
Yeah, I was nearly 18 stone. So I picked up boxing just for a way to lose some weight. I was training with a friend, and I just got obsessed with it. I just got obsessed with the learning process because everything was new for me. So as an athlete, I would just get upset with learning and getting better and getting faster, getting quicker. And funny enough, I came across Sean Crew at Fight Factory, um, through a friend at the time I was working with, and he knew I had the interest for boxing. So it was like, oh, if you're looking to take this a step further, you should contact this guy. And so he gave me the name. I looked him up on socials, and I was like, oh, I've seen this face before, but I've not seen him face to face. I just remember scrolling. This
Yeah.
was, I think, back in 2018 or 2019. And now it's 2020. So I just remember seeing, scrolling on social media, seeing this guy training people, and with always with his fighters, and I liked what he was doing with his fighters. So I sent him a message. We got in touch, and he told me to come to the gym and have a sparring session with one of his pros. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. But I've never sparred before. I've just been hitting pads and bags. And he asked me if I boxed before, and I was like, I kind of lied. I said yeah, but I never really threw a punch in the ring. Um, and then the journey started there. Loads of ups and downs. Trained for a year with him, then signed to the amateurs. Had 6 fights, and my first amateur fight also was like a second round stoppage. Uh, I had 6 fights. We're not getting many fights that other people were pulling out. The amateur scene is a bit weird, and my coach decided to just send me to the pros and said, okay, let's go and learn the job on the road and get battle hardened. And so you get to do what you love, and you get to make money and look after yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
Here we are.
here we are. You turned pro. Let me just scroll down. May of 2024.
Yeah,
Now, one would forgive you for 20 fights in 1 year and the record and the resume that you have. And then they similarly look at the result of Chris Kongo and go, wow, how did this happen? And I would suggest to the fans that they go and study you, because there's hidden clues along the way. Like you said, 6 amateur fights, inexperience. You had a learning curve over the course of your 20 fights in 1 year. 4 rounders. You can be forgiven for 4 rounders. It takes time to get warmed up, but you're still learning along the way. You knock out Thomas Galbraith at the Tolworth Recreation Centre in Tolworth. A shock result in the 4th round of 6, your first 6-rounder. But then, was that when you were, say, still learning your game, still trying to figure out styles of your opponents? Is that fair to say that, when you got that win, you weren't given the credit for it, obviously, because of, your first, 4 losses?
yeah,
Now, after that, again, 4 rounders. I can go up to September of this year. You're still fighting 4 rounds. Then you went to a few 6-rounders. But along the way, I have to say that of your 20 opponents, now this is gonna be an amazing start, right? Let me just count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of your fights have been unbeaten fighters, right?
yeah.
So
Yes.
I can see that your improvement each and every time, because if you look at your opponents, right, I go down to your very first fight, which is a debutant. Obviously, neither of you lost a fight. Your next fight, 6-0-0, 12-0-0. These are your opponents. 2-0-0, 4-0-0, 10-0-0, 4-0-0, 7-0-0, 16-0-0, 4-0-0, 9-0-0, another debutant, 3-0-0, 2-0-0, and these guys are all up and coming. It looks to me that you've been sort of the guy to give other guys a test. Is that fair to say at that point?
Uh, I mean, that's what they hire away corner fighters for, to test
Yeah,
the young and up and coming prospects.
yeah,
And but I'll say this: even on my debut fight, I was up against a guy that is very talented, and he is
yeah.
a Scottish national champion,
Stephen
Commonwealth.
Nunes.
Yeah, Stephen Hughes, and went to the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah,
And at some point, Top Rank was interested in him. I believe he had a contract with Top Rank.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
so
I know Stephen.
I've been tested right from the start. My second fight as a professional, I'm in a 6 rounder.
Exactly. Now,
Just 2 weeks after
let's
my
go about.
debut.
Let's look at some of the names you've been in before Chris Kongo. Um, Ryan Kelly, Ishmael Davis, who's fighting for the British title in
Yes.
January. Uh, the much fancied Ryan Amos,
Hmm.
Mason Payne. He's the only guy to have stopped you in 1 year of your professional career with all them losses. So that's why I say to people, you've got to be looked at now because this Congo fight, you stunned it. Now let's talk about the fight. First 2 minutes, you sir slipped a jab. You took two jabs and you slipped another one. You moved to your left, bang, bang, left hand down the pipe. Did you know then instantly that's it, end of?
Yeah, it just felt right. It felt sharp. It felt quick. I was practicing it, and it was just right there. So I wasn't throwing many punches, in the first 2 minutes. I was just trying to, test out his skill, his movement, his speed, and I threw a few body shots, roll underneath his punches, slipped, got a few counters, and I was just trying to, get the feel for it and get my legs going. And so when I started seeing him warming up into the fight early on, and throwing, like, starting putting his combinations together, started getting a bit more vicious and ferocious with it, and he left himself open. And so I took a step back, and just a straight 1-2, nothing nothing special, just textbook straight 1-2. And when I hit him on the chin, I felt it, and I saw him. His legs were gone, and he hit the canvas. His head bounced off the canvas and tried to get up. I think it was on the count. The round ended, but the referee waved it off.
Nah,
And I
he's
think he made a
gone,
good.
man.
Yeah, that was a good stoppage, that, because it
That was a
would have gotten
brilliant
really hurt.
stoppage.
Yeah.
Brilliant stoppage. And as I said before, a world ranked contender that, I will be brutally honest with you, mate. No one gave you a chance to win that fight. But you did. And there's reasons why. Much improved. I saw your interview with Punch Out Boxing, a good friend of ours, Ra, uh, top fella. Always gives great interviews, and you were saying that your coach come at the end of it, and he was indicating that he's always had that faith in you. He always seen more of a journeyman. Um, is he been? Is it a revelation to you that actually this guy's right?
Um, he's always, like you said, he's always believed in me, even when I had little self belief, and I'm so grateful to have a guy like that in my corner, in my life, because even our relationship extends outside the boxing gym. He's taken a role of a brother and a father in my life as well. And you know, I got in a game with a lot of fire in my belly and a lot of ambition. But taking the weight corner route, can get demoralizing sometimes.
Yeah,
Boxing politics. You win a fight, but you don't get the result. You know how it is. And sometimes you go there just with the mentality, oh, it's just gonna be another fight. And I think I lost that fire at times. Um, And it's a bit hard because you love you love what you do, but you kind of go in there with I'm the weight corner guy. I'm not gonna get
Yeah,
the nod
yeah.
unless I make it obvious and it's a stoppage. But sometimes that
That's,
just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And if you chase it, it's not gonna come. This I didn't chase it. I was just really, really calm and collected. The fights leading up to this Chris Kongo fight. I corrected the mistakes that I've done. I was really close to getting a stoppage in the fights leading up
yes.
to the last one. I was really, really close to getting stoppages, but I was chasing it because
Yeah.
in my mind I was like, oh, I need to end this quick because if he goes to the scorecards, it's gonna get taken away from me again. So
Mm.
it was a bit of
Always.
a
Oh, yeah.
anxiety, nervousness. So
I get it. I get it. And
yeah, I didn't get the job done. Yeah,
this is why I say to people, you know, you can't be judged yet until you've had maybe an 8 rounder, a 10 rounder, where you not feel that you're not, because you're the B side of this event. You're the man that they brought in to test their men. You know, you, as you quite rightly said, you're chasing the fight because you're not going to get a result if it goes to the cards. So you have a mentality set in, and you have to. And thank God you've only done that for 1 year, because with a record like yours, some guys take 2 or 3 years to. Accrue that many fights, especially at weight corner fights, is what you've been doing. So those days are over now. Okay,
yeah,
you've just been, you can now move on to another journey in your boxing career that is not going to be the same. You've done your road work now. That 2024, 25, incredible activity. Win, lose or draw, it's an incredible activity, and it's set you up for that Chris Kongo fight, the true potential that you have for that going forward into 2026. Now, look, I've heard you say you want to have a rest, you want to have a break. Well earned, sir. You and
thank
your
you.
team, because fantastic achievement. Uh, and, to not only do what you did, but for 20 fights in that, and managing to keep up with that managed level of activity, plus the mentality to get in that ring time after time when you knew the odds were against you, when you knew that you had to do a certain strategy to try and win, which has gone against you. Now, look, after Christmas, which we won't always see here at Red Corner Boxing, we wish everyone a fantastic Christmas and holidays, and wish you all the best in what you do. But 2026 will start in earnest in January. I would like to think you get, like you said on Punch Out Boxing, you give yourself to the end of January if you can. But if the phone rings and something comes up before that's half decent, off the back of that win, ideally, what would that be to you?
Well, I'm always ready to work. So when January comes and I'm back in the gym next week. Really, I'm back in the gym. I'll take another trip, but I'll be back. I'm still training. I'm on holiday right now, but I'm training every day.
Yeah,
That's just the discipline that I've gotten from Sean Krula Fight Factory. Is instilled that in us. So there's really no days off. It's just the body needs a break from the actual fighting, but the training
yeah,
still carries on.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Low
so when
intensity compared to the
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. But January comes and the phone rings. Myself and Sean Crowe, we're back on the road again, and we just take the offers as they come. He's in charge of the negotiations. I just gotta lace up and get going.
Well, I mean, absolutely. We hope you get as Rick on the boxing said, we hope you get a hometown fight. To boost your following, to boost your name and get your name out there. And but if you could fight anyone in 2026, what name would you call out?
Got no idea, mate. No idea. I'm not type of guy to call anyone out.
Right.
Uh, I just let my work speak for itself, and like I said, just gonna wait for the phone. to ring, and in the meantime, we'll still be there in the kitchen, cooking, in the gym, cooking and training, and then when it's time to go on stage, we'll be there.
Mate, since that win over Chris Kongo, inevitably you've gained many fans, new fans. You know, the public love an underdog story. So do I. I have to admit. I'm a big underdog fan, as the prediction league, where I'm suffering terribly because I always go for the underdog, Elliot. Where the hardcore go for you know, the statisticians' results. But I'm an underdog, man. I wish you the very best of luck next year.
Thank you.
You know, we hope you come back and join us. When you either get some news, we'll get you on again. We'll help promote your name, and maybe come to your next fight. Because
Yeah, sure, that'd be nice.
once Red Corner get behind you, mate, people know about it. So thank you for joining us tonight, mate, giving us your time, sacrificing your precious time. And if this is the first time, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Red Corner, give us a like and subscribe. It's absolutely free and it's painless. Trust me, it's just a tap. Hit that notification bell because we got content 7 days a week. Just like having this man on, Elliot, the Enigma Eboigbe, who sensationally knocked out world-ranked contender Chris Kongo in the first round with a beautiful slip counter right-left. Go and check it out on YouTube. It's a piece of poetry. Much practice by Elliot. You could tell. And if his journey is anything to go by, his improvement will be something else. So make sure you go and check out Elliot. Elliot, is there any way people can look at your socials? Is there Instagram? Please give us the addresses.
Well, my Instagram is Elliot Ebo _ triple E, and that's where you can click and follow the journey along. You can also find me at Sean Crew Boxing and Fight Factory in Manchester.
Absolutely tremendous. Make sure you do all that, ladies and gentlemen. Follow this young man. Mr. Neutral predicts a bright future. Forget what the resume says. Look at the patterns. Look at the journey where he started off from, as we discovered here tonight. And you'll see a different path than what you originally thought. Elliot, give us your thoughts on AJ versus Jake Paul tonight. What is your prediction?
Ooh, right. I really hope AJ doesn't go the distance and get an early stoppage just to make a statement that, there is levels to this. I'm not going to say that Jake Paul doesn't work hard. He's a phenomenal promoter, businessman, but when it comes to resume and athleticism, when it comes to boxing, there is levels to this. AJ's been there amongst the best. World title holder, 2-time world champion. So he should really make a statement tonight.
What
And if he
round?
doesn't, I think it's going to harm him. But yeah, I really hope he does make a statement.
What round?
First round. It's got to be the first round. Yeah, it's got
Yes,
to be the
brother.
first round.
Yes, brother. It's got to be, isn't it? As soon as he
Yeah.
touches him, as soon as he touches,
Yeah.
243 pound
Yeah.
of AJ, he's gonna know, isn't he? I just hope Jake Paul will be forgiven for taking a knee and saying, no, I've had enough, because we can forgive him for that. His
Yeah,
victory
it's
was
only
getting
right. Yeah, it's only
it's only right. His victory was getting Anthony Joshua into that ring in the first place. Well, Elliot, thank you again for giving us your time. We will be keeping a very, very close eye on you. We hope that phone rings hard and rings well for you in 2026, and a big fight is on the horizon that will, upgrade your not only your viewing to the public, but your stock and everything else. We wish you the best of luck. My name's
Thank you.
Mr. Neutral. This program is sponsored by EasyStories.com for all your local and nationwide needs. And of course, Boxing Fight Zone for all your boxing merchandise and apparel. There may be a discount or two. But from Elliot and myself, we'll see you next time.
I'm moving. I'm going.